Alright, so a couple of you wanted to see a demonstration of how to actually cut the bicep piece in order to give the Black Series Stormtrooper a little more articulation, a better range of articulation. Like I said, basically that's the bicep piece, and the piece you want to cut is this right here. So what you're gonna do, see if it's focus in, and then so what you want to do is get an X-Acto knife, sharper the better, but you gotta be careful when you're working with X-Acto knives, because it will cut you if you're not careful. So what you want to do is that you want to make an incision, you want to carve this section right here, from here all the way to the inside, to the inside of the thigh. So basically you're cutting this section from here, a curve, all the way over to here, because if you bend this arm, you want it to be able to give a little more range of motion, like around this area. So, and if you want to do it nicely, so you want to do it as at a curve. So what you're gonna do is that you're gonna get your knife in here, and then you start carving this section right there, like that. Go back and forth a few times until you kind of, but not, don't put too much pressure on it though, because you want to get it so it doesn't, you want to cut through this piece but not the peg itself. So you want to go like this, and you go back and forth a little bit here and there until you could kind of feel it going through, and then you should be able to pry that piece out. Alright, here you can see once you have that piece off, then you should be able to bend the elbow at close to around 90 degrees, instead of what the actual out of the box figure will give you, about not even 90 degrees of a bend. And the same concept applies to the wrist. Basically, this section, you want to cut this section so the hand could move outward a little bit more. So what you want to do is that you want to make an incision right here, and then also up over to the side right there. Be sure to do it at an angle so it looks nicer. It's just for aesthetic reasons. You just want to make it a little nicer, so you want to carve it like that at a curve. Okay, and once you did that, it should look something like this. Kind of same concept as the elbow. And here you can see his wrist could bend that much further now, instead of how it is when you first took this out of the box. Here you can see the wrist, you can barely move this wrist, but well, this one you can move at a good 45 degrees. And since the new Stormtroopers aren't clones anymore, I decided to give this one, I decided to make this one a left-handed Stormtrooper. So here you can see he is looking straight down at the barrel, I mean at the scope of this blaster. And again, to achieve that, you would just need to carve the bicep section and the wrist section. You might have to carve both arms. Here you can see I already took the other one off of the bicep, and carved a little off the wrist section. But here you can see he's looking straight down the scope. So yeah, so that's the little tutorial on how to achieve that. And I also wanted to show you some other stuff in this video. And what I have here is the Jakku Stormtrooper, and this is done fairly simple. It doesn't take too much effort. The effort is creating the vest itself, but otherwise everything else is pretty simple. The backpack is from the Snowtrooper, and you could always pull that out of the Snowtrooper and then draw a hole on the back of the Stormtrooper. Here there's the hole right on his back side there. And then since the Snowtrooper has a peg on the back of the backpack, you just need to peg that in. And then as far as the vest itself, is completely made out of nylon. And basically all you need would be 2 strips of nylon. Depending on how big the nylon piece you get, you could even cut this in half in order to achieve this. Let me bring in a ruler. Okay, so the nylon strip itself is about 8 inches in length, and then the height of this nylon strip, it's about 1 inch, and the middle section is about 1 inch and almost 2 inches, I believe. It's basically this section here, 1.75 inches. That's basically the width of the Stormtrooper chest. So you wanna be able to do this. So what you want to do now is to get once you have that nylon strip, you just need to cut this section out, cut that, and cut that, and then to seal it, all you need to do is use a little lighter and just slowly run it over with the flame, over the flame, and then it will seal all the seams there. Because nylon, it's they do melt, so that's why you'll be able to seal all the section cleanly without it coming apart on you later on. So same thing with this side. Cut that section out, and then you could even reuse that section to make a strip like this. This is basically for the pouch, for the pouches up in the front. So seal the section right there. And the depth of this strip here is about 1/2 inch. So what you want to do is lay that piece over onto that other strip, because you want to create these pouches for it. So how you want to create this is basically you're just having this one piece over the front, and you're gonna need to do some sewing yourself. Sew this section close, and then add a piece of plastic. That these are the ammo pieces, and then it's all your personal preference, because in the movie, yeah, he's carrying 3 ammo pouches, ammo pieces on his chest, but I started out with 4, so just need to put that in, and then seal it up. Sew this section together, and then put another piece, sew this section together, and put another piece, sew this section, and then lastly sew the edge of it together. And at the bottom, you don't really need to do anything with it. I didn't, because here you can see, you kind of see the ammo, the plastic piece coming out. If you want, you could always sew the bottom as well to the vest piece. Alright, then to strap them in, basically you would take this piece right here. Once you have it put together, let's say this side is basically right here, and you want to run this piece right here. You want to run this strap all the way from the back and then up to this side, and then you need to sew this section, and then same thing for this strap right here. You want to run it from the back over to over his shoulder, and then sew it down right here. That's how you get the crisscrossing action from the back. You can see here the strap is running from here back over to the shoulder over here, and then same thing with this. It runs from back here all the way across the shoulder to that section. And then here on the bottom, you're gonna need to cut one of the strip away. It doesn't matter which one. You cut this one away or this side. If this side looks nicer, then I would say stick with this side. And then if this one looks a little janky, you can always chop this off and then seal it with a lighter. Seal this section off, and then what you want to do is run that one strip all the way across the bottom, and then seal it. And then sew it. you could have it go underneath. Here's that strip. It's running all the way from the bottom here to the side, and you see how I sewed it in from underneath. Yeah. So that's how you make this vest, and the whole thing is made out of nylon. And here you go, and you can take the Snowtrooper's weapon away from him, and then give it to your Stormtrooper. And with that ammo pouch and the backpack on, now you have a Jakku custom Stormtrooper. And here I have a Snowtrooper with a cloth skirt. The material is basically fleece. It's just a white piece of fleece. And if you want to do this, you're gonna have to sacrifice one of the skirt, the rubber skirt that a Snowtrooper has on, because you want to retain the belt and the pouches. So what you want to do in order to do this, this thing can slide off. It's not that easy to slide it off, but it is possible to slide this whole skirt piece off. So once you slide this off, what you have to do is that you're gonna have to cut here, cut around the pouch, and all the way across, and you want to keep the belt on, so you're gonna have to cut right over here, all the way across, and then back over on this side, and then cut it right around the pouch. Then you're gonna discard this rubber piece skirt, and then what you want to do is cut a piece of fabric, fleece fabric, pretty much the same size as this, with the curve. It depends on how accurate you want it to be. You could find the exact material, and then if you know how to sew, then you can sew another piece like that down the side here. But I'm not good at sewing, so I figure I'll just test it out with a little skirt here. And so what I did was have that piece, and then you're gonna have to run a string around it, run a piece of string around it, and then tie it onto his waist, nicely secured. And then you want to slide this belt back over his waist there. And once you have the skirt on, then now you could give your Stormtrooper whatever pose you want without having the skirt impeding with the articulation whatsoever, because it is made out of fabric now. So yeah, you can do whatever you want with it, and still gonna give you the pose you want. Alright, another thing I want to show you guys, lastly, it's the 12-inch Stormtrooper from Hot Toys. And this I bought separately. It's not an actual figure I bought. It's I bought it in pieces. Basically, initially I wanted to get the chest piece and the helmet, because I kind of want to reproduce the helmet, and then but then I end up buying the whole armor piece by piece, and then deciding to get the body as well. But I didn't buy the inner suit, because that thing is so restrictive that you wouldn't be able to pose your figure and keep it at that pose for a long time, because it does restrict articulation quite a bit. I mean, this one, you can see he's holding a blaster quite nicely. The Hot Toys one, straight out of the box, you could actually do this pose, but you worry about whether it's gonna crack the suit itself or what. But here, since I have a cloth suit on, even though it's not 100% accurate to how he looked in the movie, but now I don't have to worry about giving him any type of poses whatsoever, or keeping him in this pose for a long period of time, because it won't break, because it is just cloth. And this material I bought off what is this, Joanne fabric, and it's just like it's basically just a cloth material with some leather-like pattern on it. It's not leather material per se, but it's just cloth with some sort of cracking type of leather type of material on it. And then so basically I just put together a pair of pants for him, and then a shirt for him. And or if you want, you can always go on eBay and see if you could find a black suit for 1/6 figure, and then just slip this on, and then you will be able to give your Stormtrooper whatever pose you want as well. So here you can see it's just a black cloth underneath undersuit there, so he could give you a pose like this quite nicely. So if you have extra Stormtroopers and you want to try out these mods, you're welcome to do so. And if you have questions, you could always comment in the section below, and I'll try my best to answer them as clearly as possible. And if you worry about doing these mods, then I say don't do it. Or if you don't really care, if you have extras that you don't mind testing it out on, then go ahead and try it out. But if you want to initially, if you want to do it slightly, like for the elbows and the wrist section, cut a little bit at a time. Get the hang of it, of how deep you're supposed to cut it, instead of cutting it really deep and then messing it up where you can't go back. Because less thinner cuts you made, then it wouldn't look as bad if you mess up. But if you cut too deep, then you won't be able to fix it. So yeah, so there you go. Hopefully this has been a helpful video. Let me know if you guys have questions, and there you go. Thanks for watching.